Good day, ma'am. Good day, listener. Welcome to my channel. Today, I am going to report Chapter 14 Evaluating Channel Member Performance. So, the main topic is performance evaluation versus day to day. There are two different types of distribution evaluation, and evidence in the procedures of participating manufacturers is appraisal design is to assess management in maintaining current operating control of distributors' efforts. So this appraisal design, this is the design to assess management by operating control of distributors' efforts. The sale of the company's product is concerned is overall performance reviews designed to give management a complete and hopefully objective analysis of each distributor's operations. So, overall performance reviews design, this is the design that we must review the all performance so that we can see if it is have mistake or don't have. In his seminal study of channel member evaluation by manufacturers, Pigram identified two basic types of evaluation approaches. First, basically a routine, day-to-day monitoring of performance of the channel members based almost exclusively on sales criteria. This first approach is everyday monitoring of the all performance of the channel members so that the manager knows their members what they're doing in their job and also if they okay. Second approach is concerned is with short-term guidance of that part of the company sales program carried out by distributors done with an overall appraisal of each distributor's conformance to the manufacturer's ideal or established standard for outlets representing him. The second approach is a much broader evaluation procedure that usually involves a number of criteria besides sales. Glidden sells a large portion of its spends through giant home improvement retailer Home Depot, but in recent years, sales and market share for the paint company dropped substantially. In the evaluation process, Glidden found a subtle but critical flaw in the way its products were being sold by Home Depot. This kind of comprehensive and in-depth evaluation that enabled Glidden to uncover a seemingly minor but critical problem in its home center channel is the type of evaluation process we will be examining in the chapter. To clearly distinguish this approach from day-to-day monitoring of channel members' sales performance, the second and more comprehensive approach will be referred to as a channel member performance audit. Channel member performance audit is a periodic and comprehensive review of channel member performance. And also, it is a performance that the manager examine or review his or her channel member performance. The channel member performance audit consists of three phases. First, developing criteria for measuring channel member performance. Second, periodically evaluating the channel members' performance the criteria. Third, recommending corrective actions to reduce the number of inadequate performances. Developing criteria, many possible criteria for measuring channel member performance can be used. A study conducted by Spriggs in the heavy truck industry. In developing criteria, many possible for measuring channel member performance, but the manager can do is to review or examine their member performance. And also, it is periodically or frequently evaluating the channel members' performance, the criteria, so that the manager knows every detail of his or her member performance. But also, the manager make and recommending corrective actions to reduce the member of inadequate performances. Most manufacturers use a combination of the following. First, sales performance of channel members. Sales performance, it is easy to use for evaluating channel member performance because the seller knows his or her performance well. This is the time the seller performs to sell his or her products to people. Sales performance is unquestionably the most important and commonly used criteria for evaluating channel member performance. In examining the channel member's sales performance, the channel manager should be careful to distinguish between the sales of the manufacturer to the channel member. It means the manufacturer sells their product to consumers. The channel member sales of the manufacturer's product to customers. It means the employee of the company, he or she sells their products to customers or their prospective customers. Two types of sales data is used. The channel manager should evaluate sales data in terms of the following: comparison of the channel members' current sales to historical sales, cross-comparison of the members' sales with those of other channel members, and comparison of the channel members' sales with predetermined quotas if quotas were assigned. In the case of historical comparison, the channel manager should look for both total figures and specific figures by product line if such data are available. The more detailed the data are, the better, because the higher level of detail provided in breakdown by product lines help the channel manager to spot changing patterns of sales for his or her product line. Comparison of sales among the channel members are also a critical measure of channel member performance because it is quite common for a small number of the channel members to account for a major portion of the sales. Finally, if the manufacturers has set sales quotas for channel members, it should evaluate the channel members' actual sales performance in comparison with the quota. If the quota has been broken down by product line, channel member performance for its category should also be examined. Inventory maintenance. Maintaining an adequate level of inventory is another major indicator of channel member performance. It means it is maintaining the levels of the channel member performance. Third, selling capabilities. While channel members' overall sales performances offer a general idea of their sales capabilities, many manufacturers also believe it is worthwhile to evaluate channel members' sales capabilities more directly by appraising their salespeople. It means it is where the manager knows if their channel member performance capable to their job. Assuming the channel members are willing to provide the information, the manufacturer should pay particular attention to such factors as the number of salespeople the channel member assigned to the manufacturer's product line, the technical knowledge and competence of the channel member's salespeople, and salesperson interest in the manufacturer's products. The number of salespeople that the channel member is willing to assign to the manufacturer's line provides insight into the exposure and market coverage the manufacturer's products are getting. Technical knowledge and competence are usually appraised on a judgment basis ranging from excellent to poor. Some manufacturers, however, have developed a quantitative rating by using the amount of extra sales time requested by a channel member is a proxy measure of technical knowledge and competence. With respect to interest of salespeople, measures that the manufacturer can use include attendance at manufacturer-sponsored schools, seminars, and clinics, reports from the channel members, customers, and the opinions of the manufacturer's field sales force. The fourth is customer service and technical support capabilities. For channel members whose customer require substantial levels of customer service and or technical support, the capacity of channel members to provide such capabilities can be a very important evaluative criterion. Customer support as range of services provided to assess customers in making cost effective. Technical support is user-friendly assistance for individuals having technical problems with electronic. Attitudes of channel members. The importance of favorable channel member attitudes toward the manufacturer and its product line should not be underestimated as criteria that can eventually affect sales performance. This criteria is very important to use to the employee during their works, especially when they mingle to other people. Competition. The channel manager should consider two types of competition where evaluating channel member performance. competition from other intermediaries, and competition from other product lines carried by the manufacturer's own channel members. Competition, this competition criteria is very known, especially when we build a business in our country. However, the businessmen recover for it. It's kind of competition because of their hard work, talent, and capabilities to overcome it. The first type of competition, an evaluation of a channel member's performance relative to cooperation from other intermediaries in the same territory or trade area services two purposes. First, it helps to put the channel member's performance in perspective, that is by serving a particular channel member stacks up against the competition. The other performance criteria become more meaningful. Second, comparative information can be very useful in the event that the manufacturer decides to expand coverage by adding new channel members, or if it becomes necessary to replace existing ones. Second type of competition, that from competitive lines carried by the manufacturer's own channel members, must also be evaluated very carefully. The main question to evaluate here is, of course, the relative support offered by the channel member for the manufacturer's products versus the competition. If the channel member is putting too much support behind the competition and too little on the manufacturer's products, this will usually be reflected in other performance criteria evaluated by the manufacturer, particularly sales criteria. However, there is frequently a lag between the channel members switch to an emphasis on competitive products and the resulting lowered sales figures. By spotting these changes in emphasis early, the channel manager is in a better position to take appropriate measures before the channel members' actions are reflected in sales figures. In short, it means competition to other businesses, and second, in short, competition to other products, especially the brand and quality. General growth prospects. This final criterion focuses on the future prospects for channel member performance. It means this is the all prospects of the businessmen where they build their businesses. And that be all. Thank you for watching and listening to my report. God bless us all.